physical practices because of a lack of that.
I believe that every cell in your body has its own small consciousness. And even inside the cells, the mitochondria, each of them is an ancient bacteria. And ancient bacteria have a consciousness. It's a pretty slow, dumb consciousness. Actually, it's a very fast consciousness, but it doesn't have much awareness. But when you have billions, actually for those things, almost trillions inside the body, they function as a distributed consciousness for your meat, for your hardware. And they're just trying to keep the Petri dish alive, and they think you're a Petri dish. And you realize that they're storing traumas. And when you do this really deep forgiveness work, you're causing the body to relax, and you're causing the body to feel safe at a cellular level. And when a cell feels safe, it will expand and grow and thrive, and it'll maintain itself. And when a cell feels like the environment around it is hostile, whether it's because of self-hate, or whether it's because of a lack of nutrients, or because you're over-exercising or under-exercising, then they don't feel safe, and then they don't do their job right. So when your body is in that place, your energy field gets bigger and stronger. And we can even measure that at the neuroscience clinic. We measure brain voltage, and people will increase their brain voltage. And when that happens, suddenly that injury that you've had that won't heal, it heals. The cancer that you have can shrink just from doing meditation, right? Because if there's conscious or unconscious loathing around a part of your body, like, oh, you don't like your love handles, right? They're probably not going to go away. In fact, they'll probably get bigger, right? Because they don't feel safe. So this deep loving of your body, of your tissues. And I was working with a teenager recently, and she said, some of my friends don't like their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And
very common occurrence.
Yeah. And they think they're fat, or they think they're thin, or they don't like their nose or whatever. And she said, I thought about it a lot. And I realized I really like my body because it can do all these amazing things. And I was like, that is the most enlightened, cool thing I've ever heard from a teenager, right? Because if you have that self-love for your tissues, even if they're not working right. And I say this as a guy who was 300 pounds with like arthritis and a knee that I couldn't trust because it would just fold in the middle of walking and I would fall over. Like I was such a wreck. And to be able to go through and forgive yourself, that's actually the hardest forgiveness. And you can run the reset process on a part of your body that you have an issue with. You can run the reset process on your entire body. And the feelings of not being enough, not being good enough, all of those things you can just let go of. So you're just at peace and things are as they are. And you don't have to have an emotional reaction to everything. And that allows you to have so much more energy for your spirit.
When that spiritual lacking is draining all your energy, you don't have the energy to pick the right foods and to do the workout.